Hello, and welcome to Parenting on the Go. I am your host, Samana Sheikh. Joining me here today is Dr. Toni Kaplan, a local clinical psychologist. Dr. Kaplan, thank you so much for joining us today. Can you please describe what anxious parenting is?
Yes, well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Yes, anxious parenting is basically parents who model anxiety. They carry excessive worry, fears, what if this, what if that, and they live with the what ifs basically. And these are typically overprotective parents. And overprotective parents have the belief that unless they hover over their children, disaster will occur. And so they underestimate coping skills while overestimating danger.
Of course. So can you please describe how this can affect children?
Oh yes, it affects children in many ways. So it injures a child's healthy development in many ways. The parent teaches the child that the world is unsafe and that the child lacks the resources to handle the many challenges that come up in life. Also, it harms the sense of self-agency that a child is supposed to have. So what I mean by that is the parent is teaching the child that they, and only they, are the ones that can produce a successful outcome. So the parent, not the child, not anybody else. Like, these are parents who review all the homework papers, they edit them, and what happens is the child gets the A, successful outcome, but doesn't feel any confidence in their own potential academic success. Also, self-efficiency is problematic because the parents are saying, we don't think you're capable of taking effective action when situations come up. So the parents are controlling everything, they're managing everything, and the child is not learning how to find their own resources to rely on themselves. And you know what? This is a problem at the college level, and I'm seeing so much of this in my practice. At the college level, college counselors are reporting that there is increasing numbers of students who are afraid to be on their own. And they're just used to parents, doing everything. They're accustomed to their parents making decisions for them, solving problems, taking responsibility, even homework. So when it comes to adapting to college life, they're not doing well, they're lost. And what I'm seeing is that these students are not able to function unless they're in constant connection with their parents. So this is problematic.
Yeah, that's definitely understandable. So as you were stating, parents with anxiety, so what are some suggestions you can give for parents that are interfering with their anxiety and interfering with their child's development?
Oh, good question. So anxiety is a mixed blessing. And, anxious people tend to be cautious and alert, and they're careful not to make mistakes. And these are good qualities, but the goal is to rein in the anxiety and contain it so that these parents can be fully present for their child and sit down with their child and say, how might you handle these various situations? So the child learns how to access inside their own abilities, learn how to cope, manage, rely on their own resources. So, okay, here's what's challenging. So parents have to learn how to contain and manage anxiety. That's not easy.
Of course.
The good news is there's so many resources out there. There is so much about how to be in the present, future and past, that increases anxiety. So being in the moment, mindfulness, breathing, there's cognitive behavioral techniques, and like I say, lots of resources to learn how to do that.
Can you please give examples of some additional resources that our viewers can look at and your contact information?
Okay. Well, yes, I would be a resource, having been in practice for 38 years. So my phone number would be fine. That would be 248-225-8151. And as far as resources, I love the book Anxiety Disorders, The Go-To Guide by Carolyn Deitch. It is very comprehensive. So I highly recommend that. And then there's the go-to parent section in the West Bloomfield Library, and so anything there that seems to address anxiety would probably be very helpful.
All right, thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, you're very welcome.
And thank you for joining us for this episode of Parenting on the Go. If you would like to look up more helpful parenting tips, you can visit the West Bloomfield Youth Assistance website at wbyouth.assistance.org.